Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm speaking to you guys today about metaphysical semen retention, attraction, human energy field, and your soul's purpose. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you click on the link in the description down below and enroll in the high value blueprint. This is an intensive 8 to 16 week one-on-one coaching, custom coaching program that transforms you from point A in your life to point B in terms of becoming the best version of yourself. We are going to look at all criteria in your life. We're going to give you custom planning, custom accountability, one-on-one sessions to get you to a point where you are more motivated and fulfilled after you have done the program. Click on that link in the description down below. Now, you will get a refund after you send a testimonial. Now, with that being said, metaphysical semen retention, attraction, human energy field, and your soul's purpose. Now, the bottom line is when you've gone on NoFap for a good amount of time and you've been on your purpose, you've stored up a good amount of energy in you. Also meaning you've increased your testosterone levels. You will start to notice that aggression that you have is actually a very good thing. The aggression that you start to have to harness, it could be the difference between you failing and succeeding. If you want to reach some goals, you have to be aggressive in attaining the goals, because if you're not aggressive, you're not going to get it. You have to go after it. You really have to go after it. The bottom line is people nowadays don't care enough, or they're not working hard enough to get the things that they want. They're not attacking it aggressively enough. If you're not attacking the things that you want aggressively enough, there is no way in how that you will get it. This is the bottom line. That goes to everything. Start to realize that even usually the guys, who talk the most, maybe when it comes to, attraction, all these different things, that per se can be more of a cover up. Be more of a cover up. Now, why is it a cover up? The cover up could be is that they may be hiding something or trying to cover some things up, and they're trying to cover up some of the things that they're not working on, and they're trying to take your attention off some of the things that they haven't been working on by their verbiage, their small jokes, the cracking the small jokes. There's guys like in the classroom. There's always the jokey guy, everyone just finds funny, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I am saying in a metaphysical, maybe even esoteric metaphysical way, usually the guy who has the best head on his shoulders, and what I'm speaking about is usually you can tell the guy you can tell he has more testosterone. Usually the guy who looks like he has the most testosterone, that guy usually often gets to do less work to get the same amount of traction than the guy who's talking all over the place and trying to get him something. If you didn't realize, this is actually very true and powerful, because there's some times where guys, they say very less words, but they still get maybe with the woman that they're attracted to. Now, how is this usually the case? And then there's guys who are, who maybe lack who doesn't have as much, testosterone as that person that I'm speaking about, and they have to do a lot more to, get the same thing that the guy who did 100% less things to get it. Now, how is this even possible? The difference is energy. The difference is usually the guy who has, more testosterone levels, higher energy levels, looks like he's more, put together in a certain way. More, he's put together in a more manly, specific, more pristine way. He often usually gets the leverage of saying less words, but when he does speak, they are, more powerful words per se. And usually he is more in the quote unquote, he is closer to speaking truth in all scenarios. And this is how he usually gets more of what he wants from other people, because he's closer to the truth. If this makes sense, please like the video. The person who speaks more, who gets more, who is closer to truth. And what do I even mean by truth? The truth is, what I mean by truth in this scenario is that he's getting closer to becoming, he's more of the masculine testosterone. Like, basically, he's a better physical option for some woman. And primarily speaking, he has, the best genes to reproduce with. And so he gets to, in this scenario, gets to do a lot less than the man who doesn't have the better genes in terms of physicality. And so he has to, cover it up with, being quote unquote the funny guy. This is just all I'm saying. So, and the more you come across as this person, the more masculine, alpha, testosterone driven dude, you're more likely to get what you want when it comes to women, and even in life in general. Just because people respond to authority, people respond to work ethic, people respond to results. This is all I am saying. So, come across as more physically capable, higher testosterone, higher energy, speaking closer to saying things of truth in nature. The funny thing is, when you talk to maybe a woman and you speak exactly how you feel to her, you're more likely to get, regardless if it hurts her feelings or not, you're more likely to get to where you want to be with her than, just being the quote unquote dude who's always over validating her 24/7, regardless of if you even think of it. You're just trying to get on her good side. This is exactly what I'm trying to get at when I am speaking about these things. You have to be the person who comes across as the truth talker. You cannot be afraid to talk about the truth, because once you're able to speak about the truth, and I'm talking about maybe the truth about anything, I am talking about the truth about anything, usually you become more of the person people hold more credibility to. People hold more credibility to, just because you're not sugarcoating. If they find yourself as a quote unquote alpha male, they're speaking truth. The more truth you speak, the more you're likely to get into doors that you weren't going to get otherwise. So, metaphysically speaking, when you have higher testosterone levels, you look more put together. You've been grooming. You look the part. You're more likely to get what you want, because you're coming across as higher value just because of how you look. Two, it comes across as you having options than the person who's not as put together. And three, you come across as not afraid to speak your mind. If you can combine all three of these things, there is no way that you can lack in pretty much anything, because people hold people who speak the truth to a higher standard. People who, if you can say something, if we're in a scenario, if maybe it's about a woman, you could say something that, you may not like about what she's doing, maybe even how she looks. If you're crazy enough to talk about another woman's appearance, and just put your 2 cents in about maybe her appearance or something, this, as crazy as it may seem, subconsciously, she may see you as a better option than the guy who's always, talking validating her looks 24/7, just validating herself because she stands you as she's subconsciously she sees you as more of a better option based off your physicality and your survival, your chances of reproduction, your chances of survival and reproduction. This is all I am saying. So, the gist of this video is to increase your testosterone, increase your truthfulness. Whatever it comes to the top of your mind in any scenario, it would be in your best interest just to speak it. Most of the time, I'm not saying to just be this super hypercritical guy, but then again, doing that is a lot better, or at least talking about the truth doesn't have to come as being critical, but just talk about what you actually think authentically instead of sugarcoating it, unable to really speak how you feel. You will come across as more normal to people, and people will respect you. They will listen to you. They will see you as someone who has more credibility, authority, and they will want to work with you, do business with you, and be with you just because you speak your truth. You speak your truth, and this is all I'm saying. You have to become authentic. The closer you can become to your authenticity, the better it is for everybody. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And when you've been on NoFap for a while, you're just a lot more easier to do this because you're living a truthful life. You're not living in shame and guilt from what you were doing in the dark. This makes sense. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel below. And, you've also been working out, compounding good habits. This is how you're going to get closest to the truth, so it's easier for you to speak your mind as easy as possible. Like I said before, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, enroll in the high value blueprint. I am already working with a few guys already, and we will see you in the next one.